Coming up, music act Yela talks about his new album on All About Music.
The majority of the album started when I met this amazing artist off Instagram. His name is Rowdy Young. So apparently he'd been following my music and like the EPs I had been doing and things like that. And randomly he would just hit me up to say, oh, your music is so amazing, like I really like it. But I thought, I get that from time to time from people. So I just thought, okay, it's just somebody who admires my music and that's fine. I didn't even know he was an artist. I just thought he was like a fan. And so one day, I think I was going through like his page just to check out, okay, because I see like he does like covers and stuff. And so I found out that he actually does amazing music. And when I came back, because I used to be in Abuja for a while, when I came back to Lagos just before the pandemic hit, we got to find out that we live so close to each other and we make music and we love the kind of music that we make. So it was an opportunity to try my hands working with somebody new, because all the songs that I had released prior to this year were majorly, I think 90% produced by one person, that's Monly. So we went to work. We literally set up like a mini studio in his house, and I would go there every day for I think the better part of 3 months. I would go there every day and we would record, we would try different things, some things worked, some things didn't. But I think when we got to a point, we reached a stride, and so we started trying different things. And he's an experimentalist just like myself, so it was easy to say, okay, let's just try this and see if it works. CNN with breaking news, every day is something new. Rising debt with COVID blues, racism lives. True and true. We're supposed to adopt the new normal. Government don't know what to do. Father, we need you, please come through. My process is pretty simple in general. I kind of go with the flow. I would come up with like a concept in my head. I would let it marinate for days because I don't just want to be impulsive. I want to actually think up things. I remember doing that on my first album, like with songs like James Bond and things like that, where I would actually think up names of spy movies and things like that to just interject in the lyrics, to give a deeper meaning to it, even if I'm talking about infatuation. But with this record, I think Antisocial was tough, not because not necessarily that it was hard to make, but I had to go back to it to rewrite a couple of times. So at the time when I was writing Antisocial, I think Fireboy's album came out, and I was just shocked that there are artists that can fuse like commercial music with kind of like an alternative edge, and that kind of blew my mind. And I think I had started writing Antisocial before I heard the album. I was like, you know what, I'm inspired. Let me go and tweak a few things here and there. I grew up on albums that obviously had like the hit tracks, the tracks that everybody would like, but when you would dive into them, they would have deeper cuts, they would have like lifelong meanings. And I find that those albums that I listened to 20 years ago, I don't go back to necessarily listen to the hits, I go back to listen to those deep cuts. Those songs about life, about struggle, about realistic stuff. And so when I started making music myself, I was like, you know what? I'm not just going to put out music just to put out something that people would move to. I love commercial music. I love dance music. It's a beautiful thing, especially with where it is going to in I would say the Nigerian entertainment industry.
I know you're in a better place, but I give the world to see your face. Yeah, I know we'll meet again once we date it right now. happy to go away. I love you, and I'm grateful that I knew you. But I miss you, still I'm grateful.
I definitely have things in line in the pipeline that I want to do because I extensively want to roll out this album as best way I can. And I think because of where I am and where I'm quote unquote starting from, in the sense of somebody who doesn't know me or who is getting to know me for the first time, it's going to be extensive because I am very, very interested in getting new listeners, new fans, people who like my music for the first time. I love the people who already love my music and I don't want to lose them. But the intention of this record is to get new ears, new people.
Body, 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 body. I'd rather stay home. Maybe link up with some dragons, having fire conversations, true connections like Mula be partying like La Dida. Maybe link up with.
So officially I started going by the name Yela for my career in 2016. And so I had released bodies of work, EPs and different things here and there. But I also wanted to do something that will remind people of the past, like things that I have done in the past, but also see like a little bit of a growth and a connection between songs.
You, I miss all the things we used to do. You're miles away, yet I need to say I want you in my life any which way. Give me love. Give me, give me, give me, give me. Give me, oh yeah.
But with this record, I think the difference is I dug deeper. I wanted to write from a place that was true. That was not to say that the first album wasn't, true, but like I wanted to be more deep, more intimate, more vulnerable, more confident even with this record because I wanted to talk about things that, like you said, unconventional, things that people don't usually talk about. But the thing is, we all go through these things. So why not talk about it in song? Why not put something out there that people can relate to on different levels and in different scopes?